Hello, this is Kim with Standing on Solid Ground. I am your host of this motivational and inspirational podcast. And today's tribe of the day, Zebulun or Zebulun. Zebulun is the sixth child of both Jacob and Leah, but the 10th son of Jacob. Now, as we all know, I have been doing the tribes of Israel because I wanted to know who they were. I've heard children of Israel so many times throughout my life and growing up. I'm thinking it's just all the children of the land of Israel. I did not realize that Jacob was named Israel. And this is why I am doing this, is because it is to better understand, not only for myself, but to kind of broaden the understanding of other listeners, God followers, that wanting to know who these individuals are. And Zebulun is the 10th son of Jacob, or as we know, of Israel. He was later named by an angel. Now, his name means dwelling of honor. Now, and his blessings were, along with Issachar, his brother, were to offer sacrifices of righteousness and to suck the abundance of the seas and of the treasures of the in the sand, which is a great blessing. God is willing to give them everything, just all things of himself. And especially when you are of obedience to God and you are doing his will according to how it is written, of course, God is going to give you the world. That he is nothing that's going to be lacking in your life. And so it is important for us to know that the closer we get to God, the more that he's going to give to us. The further away we are from God, the further away he's going to become up from us. And it's because of sin. Sin is the biggest problem that keeps us disconnected from God. But once we are connected, we are free from sin. And we are free from committing sins. That is a tall task, because it has to be practiced on a day in, day out basis. And the tribe of Zebulun was one of those tribes that God found great favor with. Now, they were conquered by the Assyrians, and I know I'm saying this incorrectly, but please forgive me. And the tribe was exiled, meaning that they forfeited their life for the protection of doing the right thing. So their tribe was abundant, but yet short-lived. And there's nothing wrong with that if you're living and dying for the right reasons. Now, the land of Zebulun and Naphtali was the home of Jesus, which I did not know. It was where Jesus grew up. And as it is stated in the book of Isaiah in 9 and 6, this was foretold that Jesus was going to live in Capernaum, in the region of Zebulun and Naphtali. And I did not know that as well. So it is very important for me to learn these things, because we want to know how all of this is working together. And if we all remember, Galilee was mentioned quite a bit. And this is where some of the regions of the two groups, Zebulun and Naphtali, is congruent with Capernaum and Galilee. This is all like one big sector of land, but yet they're close in radiance. Now, the descendants of Zebulun was Jotniel, Elam, and Seret, which was his 3 sons. And so I believe that on and on, they probably had taken on where their father had left off. But in any event, Zebulun was the 10th son of Israel or Jacob. The 6th son be with Leah and Jacob. And this is so important because we learn more and more about these tribes. That when we are focusing on children of Israel, we're not realizing that these are the children of Jacob that are growing in these eras in time, and that when they are spoken of, this is the lineage that Jacob, as we know, Israel has left behind to groom and to grow. And we are from this tribe in some way. Now we all understand that it all started with Noah. Noah, after the flood, of course, he had to be fruitful and multiply, he and his sons. Now, later on down the line, here come Moses and Aaron and, Joshua. They are all from these lineages of some group from these tribes, I believe. Now, to dig in and dive in deeply, we can really discover how important Israel was to God. That when the mother was carrying them, it said you have 2 nations that are battling, and the older is going to serve the younger. And look at them now. They're spreading abroad. And so this is why it is so important that we learn about the children of Israel. So we don't get the misunderstanding that there are 2 different sets of people here. They're not. They are all from Jacob. They are growing leaps and bounds, but they are from those 12 tribes. And that's why the 12 great gates, and that's why the 12 steps or foundations that God had were so important. There's the 12 apostles, and there were the 12 tribes of Israel. And it will all make sense once we all start deep diving and really learning more and more about who they are and how did God come to the conclusion that he came to, naming the 12 gates and the 12 foundations after the 12 tribes of Israel and the 12 apostles. Again, the tribe of Israel for today is Zebulun, the 10th son of Jacob or Israel, the 6th son that Leah and Jacob had together. This is Kim with Standing on Solid Ground. You have yourself a wonderful and blessed day.